Hey, what's up guys? It's Aaron. Welcome to episode 4 of the Everything Technology series. Today I will be covering everything Pokemon Go. I was way off on my prediction for the release date back in episode 2. I believe I said it was coming out later in July 20th, or right before San Diego Comic-Con. It actually came out on July 6th. So with that said, it has blown up ever since. It is a fun app. I highly recommend for everyone to download it if you haven't and explore, get out there and catch some new Pokemon. Some updates. Niantic recently addressed a security issue with Pokemon Go when using your Google account. The application had full access to everything you used with Google, whether that was YouTube, Gmail, Calendar, whatever it may be. Pokemon Go originally had full access to that. Niantic has since addressed that, and they're definitely moving forward with bug releases and new features as well. Some Pokemon tips. When catching Pokemon in large cities, you may notice that your character in the game plays catch up with your current location. This is due to an error with GPS satellites called multipathing error. This happens when a signal sent from a GPS satellite bounces off large or tall buildings, sometimes even both. However, one thing I recommend is that you wait in your game, you wait for your character to catch up before tapping on a Pokemon or tapping on a Pokestop. That way, this will prevent your game from crashing. The Pokeball loading icon. Another thing that I've read and doing some research, I noticed that if you let your game load before tapping on a Pokestop or tapping on a Pokemon, you'll have better results. Sometimes I've experienced when catching a Pokemon, the Pokeball just freezes. And then I notice if I wait for the loading screen to complete, or that Pokeball to complete, I've had far more success. Not sure if that actually works or not. It's just worked for me personally, and I wanted to share it with everyone here. Wi-Fi. For those of you who may be using Comcast or say another provider, Comcast offers Xfinity Wi-Fi, and what this allows you to do, if you use your Comcast account, you can hit other people's Wi-Fi and use that rather than your cell provider. I've noticed in key areas with this enabled, sometimes as you're disconnecting from one hotspot and connecting to another, you can experience some issues in game. Maybe it's a disconnect or freezing, or you'll have to restart the app. I highly recommend to just use your cell provider. Right now, Pokemon Go does not use a lot of data. I can dig into that a little bit more in later episodes to find out exactly how much data this application uses. Footprints. I've seen a lot of discussion in regards to footprints and the distance represented between them. After a number of research, I want to say it's about 50 meters per footstep. So for example, in your app, if you see no footsteps beside a Pokemon, that means the Pokemon is within 0 to 50 meters. 1 footprint means that it's between 50 and 100 meters within your range, within one circular range. 2 footprints means that it's between 100 and 150 meters, and then 3 means 150 to 200 meters. I've seen some other articles stating, people believe it's between 40 to 75, or even 60 or even 40 in general, meters. However, I think 50 is what I've commonly seen, and I would probably go with 50 meters. These servers are currently overloaded. Now, this is to be expected with Pokemon being as large of a franchise as it is. I also don't think Niantic anticipated this response. I mean, this app alone has been #1 ever since the release date back on July 6th. However, such downtime has sparked some interest in some key industry technology players, one of them being Werner Vogels. Werner is the CTO for Amazon. He's largely responsible for everything technology within Amazon. he initially tweeted to Niantic offering assistance. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Amazon or Amazon Web Services, they power Netflix. And Netflix hasn't suffered an outage in quite a while. So if Niantic can actually get backing from Amazon or implement some of Amazon's technologies, this downtime issue and the downtime and outages that you see with Niantic will hopefully largely be resolved within the near future. That's all the updates I have for today, guys. Hopefully this is some useful Pokemon Go information. Please reach out to me on Twitter at AJG9K or in the comments below. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you want to see more Pokemon Go news in the future. Thanks, guys. Peace.